Hello, Sim Racers, welcome back. Friday live stream. As usual, we had another live stream just a couple of hours ago explaining the fantastic new inclusion for Assetto Corsa Competizione, the McLaren 720 GT3 Evo. Great car, particular car, very capable at high-speed corners. We had some fun on some public servers, but enough of all of that, because tonight we are practicing with the Mercedes GT3 Evo together with Andimon, because Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, night, whatever, we have our endurance league going on, and I will be participating in the first race together with Andimon. It's 3 hours of Spa. There are at least, I think, 2 mandatory pit stops, so 45 minutes per stint, something like this. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun, but we need to practice a little bit. So tonight, Andimon has been going back to the driving office, driving position again. It's been a little bit of time that he hasn't been driving. He was working on his setup. He just sent me the setup. I will be giving it a try. I will try to get to his lap times and see if I can be relatively consistent to understand the car. And then I will try to see if we can find extra speed on variations of the setup or completely alternative setups, so that you also can see, guys, how you can go from a, I don't know, whatever setup you have, to a more high downforce setup, to a lower high downforce setup, and still have similar balance to the car. And see, obviously, if that helps you to get better lap times out of the car in the track car combination. So this is what we're going to do tonight. I hope you all having a great Friday night, and yeah, let's go into the server. Actually, Andimon has also prepared the server for practice only, so I'm waiting for the server to launch. And by the way, as Andimon said, yeah, that's old age, but it's not actually. My ankles are really bad because when I was much younger, I injured them quite a lot of times playing handball and basketball. So that's the problems now. Practically something, I don't know, distortion. I rotated badly, and now it hurts a lot. It's not ideal to press the accelerator with precision. Fingers crossed, we're gonna make it as soon as it's going to be slightly, you know, in temperature, like the tires. So yeah, let's see. Is the server already up? Launching. All right. Well, in the meantime, let's go in-game. I'm gonna be driving the wonderful Akkodis Mercedes AMG GT3 Evo. Maybe, you know, the aura from Rafael and Marcello will give me a couple of tenths of a second speed. Let's hope so. But this is also, I really like this livery. It's kind of a retro modern, you know, livery. I like this stuff. Clean, cool stuff. I like it. Nice color combination. Really nice. Yeah, Tomek, you're right. Ice and elevate after practice. Absolutely. Why is the new McLaren TC feels as bad as the Jaguar? I will disagree with that statement. Periods at the chicken with the maca. Oi, Daniel, that's amazing to hear. So Daniel says they got a final round of Racing Club International 6-hour series with AMG. They could win their split. So he will post a stream in Discord tomorrow. Please do. I will gladly watch it, and it will be really nice. Thank you so much for letting us know. The new library for the 24 hours is fantastic. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna use it also in SRO. I hope so, because it's really wonderful. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Server might be up. Yeah, server is up and running. So, pop, pop, pop. Okay, where are we going? So, back, multiplayer, server list. We should be searching for Aris something. Yep, here it is. We should be selecting the Mercedes again. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. And what was the password? I don't remember. Yeah, no. Thought it was right. Yeah, we're in. Let's go. Let's go. It's likely to be wet. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Yes, Wei Ying, Burr, I absolutely watched not all of the 24 hours, but I watched a lot of the 24 hours. The 296 was really flying, which, honestly, I mean, in 24 hours like that, you need a certain amount of luck, and you saw that when they had a puncture, they were really close to the pit, so yeah, as usual. But it's also true that I was expecting this kind of performance from the car, because I know that the car produces a very high amounts of downforce even at higher ride heights. So even if you raise the car, it still produces a lot of downforce. It's very well balanced. It's very easy to push to the limit. And, you know, at the Nürburgring, because of all the bumps and undulations and jumps and everything, you need to ride higher on ride height. And it worked. It worked very well for them. Yeah. All right, so here we are. Let's load the setup. This is the V3 iteration of the setup from Andimon. Let's have a look at what he's doing. Oh, that's a lot of caster. Okay. And softish. All right. Okay, dampers, medium. Okay, aerial. Quite a bit of rake. All right, let's go. Have a go. Tomek, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very glad that you like it and you getting lots of hours of fun from the sim. Yeah, they swapped the whole rear end in like seconds. All right, let's do it. Ah, yo, ouch, ouch, ouch. Thank you, Milos. Thank you, buddy. Okay, let's get the hang of the car. Hit up tires, hit up brakes. Then it's drink. Alright, very nice entry here. Car is very safe instantly, even on cold tires. This is good. Let's see when we heat up the tires if it continues to be neutral and safe. Vasilis, thank you so much, buddy. No, I didn't butcher it. Actually, try it again, Vasilis. I just, you know, on the last update, I have hope that I have greatly improved the NSX, so I think you're gonna fall in love again. And good performance as well, so. Might not be on all tracks yet, because we, you know, working track to track, but it's getting definitely better. Oh, understeer here. I would pay $50 for Nordschleife as well, myself. But, you know, controls and everything. It's a little bit understeery on high speed. So Andimon was telling me that he's practically trying to practice, you know, to get better, because he's been quite a bit of time that he hasn't been driving the GT3s. So he needs the car to have good traction out of the slow corners, which is exactly what is happening right now. It's very good. But obviously that means that you start having some more issues on the faster corners with some understeer, like here. Ooh, that's understeer. But we'll see if we can fix it. By the way, where is Andy? I guess we should have gone into a voice channel, but I forgot, so let me finish this lap and then I'll go in. We go down with traction control and see if I can rotate the car on the accelerator. Oh, this is terminal understeer here. Oh, thank you, Vasilis. I appreciate it. What? Claudio, wow. Thank you so much, buddy. 2,000 hours. Oh man, thank you so much. Really appreciate letting me know. Thank you. I'm so glad that you like it that much. John, yeah, I give you the setup of bad review. Oof. Alright, let's stop here for a moment.
Slow car ahead.
Who was that? Who was the Nissan? Philip. Okay, let me check where Andy is. Hey. Is he driving? Yeah, he's driving. Ah, no, he stopped.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. How you doing?
Hey, good evening. Hey, chat. Good evening, Aris. Give me 1 sec. I just need to turn your stream down because I can hear.
Yeah, make whatever you need.
There we go. Okay, yeah, audio done.
Okay, cool. Are you sure about this setup?
No, no.
No,
like
it's great on the slow corners, but are you not experiencing like terminal understeer and having to lift?
No, well, I was. So I was originally. The previous setup to this was a bit stiffer, and it was ploughing a bit on the fast corners, like washing out on like Pouon, for example. Stabilo, I don't know. It's all right on Blanchimont, fine on Eau Rouge. But yeah, originally it was a bit kind of understeer on the fast corners. Since I've softened the springs, though, it's improved it, but I still need a bit of work on the front end. Back end's feeling good now, though. I done a couple of laps earlier and got a 18.6 out of it, which for me is pretty fast. As you know, I don't really drive GT3s that often, so it's about half a second quicker than the last one. So it's in the right direction, but yeah, we're not there yet, definitely.
No,
You know,
I mean, again, I don't mind. I will drive around it. But are you sure you are like taking, I don't know, Orus or the Blanchimund, or how you call it, flat out? I mean, I'm having issues. I have to lift off to take the corner.
No, absolutely flat, absolutely flat. Coming out, pit exit speed is about 250. End of Camel is 270, 269, 270. No lifting whatsoever. Maybe I might be using the inside curbs because the car does ride the curbs quite well. So I'm using quite a lot of inside
You sure
curb.
it's the V3?
The V3 one, yeah, that's the one I've got, yeah.
All right, okay.
Do what you want with it. Do what you want with it. I literally like chucked it together earlier, so you know, it's not. It certainly isn't a meta setup. It's just a bit of a tweaked Fault Aggressive, really. Just something to get me back in the game again. Let's say it's been a long time since I drove the GT3s.
Oh, it's okay. I'll try it again and
yeah.
Try to
send it more.
Get used to it.
yeah. Say send it more. It's a pretty casual setup, isn't special, but it's a job for me. Certainly isn't optimal. So feel free to work your magic on it. We'll come to a compromise somewhere, I'm sure.
Okay, let's see.
Get some laps in anyway. So it's been that long. Let's say when I started off driving back at Spa again, I was doing like 220s, and I got it down to 219s the other day after a session, then into 218s today, which for me is, well, you know, yeah, it's a bit of a jump for me. My ankle's probably actually worse than yours. Well, I was thinking when you started talking about your ankle, I thought, God, we're alright there.
Yeah, I'm having so much pain right now. It's impossible to be, you know, precise on the accelerator. But yeah. Who cares? I mean, it's not gonna get better. It's gonna get only worse. So
yeah. I've broken mine so many times now. It doesn't work at all. So it's it's difficult. It's difficult. But make sure you rest it properly anyway, because you don't grow spare legs, you know.
Oh, you don't?
No, funny enough.
Fuck.
Make some jokes about your third leg if you want, but...
I've heard that you don't grow a third leg as well.
Yeah, it's not going to improve your lap times.
No.
Twisted Ankle Team Racing.
Yeah,
yes,
we have
absolutely.
a new name. Yeah. Rename the team. Rename the team.
Absolutely, mate.
Or you know, alternative name again, Old Farts, whatever.
I ain't fall that far ahead. It's just nice to be driving again, in honesty. And for everyone obviously that remembers, me and Aris have got unfinished business here after the last disaster of an endurance we tried.
It was. I don't even remember it anymore.
Wasn't it? Was that Gop's birthday as well? I don't know if it was his birthday as well, but that was when your internet kept getting cut out, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, now maybe I remember something. Yeah. Okay.
We even had a Tortellini digging out some of his old setups earlier. We was chatting, it was quite interesting. You should have seen some of the crap that he said, oh, try this, try that. I'm like, no thanks. I think he's even got a folder of setups in it all the way back to like version 1.3, 1.2 and like earlier. It was crazy. Oh, back ends, yeah, back end's a bit much. Start losing. Ooh. Yeah, see the understeer there on a...
No, I'm gonna stop now and watch you driving because I really want to see how you make Orus flat out with this setup.
Really? Oh, I just throw it in there. Just no regards, no fear.
No, it doesn't exist.
Are you sure?
Really?
What
No,
I lose?
no. Either you have a wrong setup that you sent me.
No, I can show you. Hang on, I'm going to back off this lap.
No,
Sorry, I'm
no,
just
go
gonna...
on. We're all
Are you
watching.
watching? Are you on the
We're
stream?
watching.
Okay, right
Yes,
then.
yeah.
Okay.
Show us what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
now,
turned,
obviously,
I just
you
turned
just
right.
exited that turn on second gear, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I wasn't. I was actually watching the stream. Actually, I was still going into that. There's a bit of delay, obviously, with the stream of you, talking or whatever. You know, absolutely no trouble. You know, taking any of the fast ones. It's just I say it's Puon and Stabalot, I think it is, which is the one which gets me. All right, let's get a lap. See what happens.
You have your indicators on.
Oh yeah, I do that because I pulled over to chat to you.
Uh-huh.
There goes the back with my lead foot. I don't normally do a T1 actually, but... Absolutely easy.
Boah.
I even used a bit of curb there just to rub it in.
Yeah, send the setup you're using then.
This is you sure you got the right one?
You tell
Check
me.
the top speed, 6.8, 6.9. Oh, I would have hit 70 then. Okay. Give me a sec, mate. I'll just check, yeah?
Yeah, please.
Let me just check. That was literally without even sweating. Even using curb just for a bit of meme. But what was that, Jose? Yeah, thanks, mate. I saw that. First rattle on crashing coming. Yep, the V3, 2431 V3.
I'll load it again.
Yeah, maybe there's some auto magic setup bug. Yeah.
Boah. Boah.
Yeah, one thing I did find is the Merc basically like the Merc takes Eau Rouge better turning in a bit sooner. So as soon as you get off of the yellow curb on the left, just basically start easing it in and then throw it as soon as it starts moving across, and it just takes it no matter what. Don't know why, it just goes easy. If I did lift, then it was probably unintentional because you can do it flat out without even thinking about it in it really. But yeah, the turn timing definitely. Mind you, Eau Rouge has always been that. It's always been turn timing. So the only thing I've done from the uber safe and boring setup earlier was pretty much soften the springs and slam the front. May have adjusted the rear ride height a bit. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely Puon's still the one which I'm struggling with. A lot of that's timing though as well. Found keeping a little bit of brake pressure to keep the weight on the front end not too much. Yes, Dan, I do like the GT3s, I just don't have time to drive them. They're punishing when you get them wrong, so, you know, someone like me, when I only get maybe an hour or two a week at most to drive, it's barely get the feel for the car in that sort of time. I used to be alright as a car, so I suppose I've got that going, but dust memory.
Hunting, welcome to the tunnel, buddy.
Yellow flag accepted.
Yes, John, you know it, mate. You know it. Best racing. That and the M2's best racing. No value. There's no understeer there, mate. Can't take that flat on this setup. You're doing something wrong.
This is really terrible and understeer. The most understeer setup I've ever tried.
Yeah, that's it. I just don't get it though. 'Cause I just turn the wheel and the car turns. So you know.
No, it's not. You're just an animal by forcing the car.
Well, we play
I won't
games.
know. Okay, so go on and do a 30-minute stint. Let's see how much graining you have.
Do you know what? I was actually going to do that. Actually, I was going to fill up the tank and do an hour or something. I was actually going to do that. Something I haven't done yet. Also, you've been probably driving the McLaren for the last few weeks.
No, it doesn't. Come on, man. I mean, even if you get the normal safe setup, it's less understeered than this.
What?
Absolutely.
Right, we need an alien to take this setup out. Who's in the server in the Merc? No one. Me and you.
Yeah, send them the setup. It's Philip. Philip is in the server. Send him the setup. Let's have some fun.
Well, so Talk drove it earlier and was rather quick, to say the least, but he would be because he's an alien. But Philip's in the Nissan. He's in the old Godzilla, so it's no good giving it to him. So this is more aggressive than the other one that I gave you, which you said was all right. Also, I think I might be staying on the trail brake a bit longer than you. It's probably a habit from driving the old Aston as well, keeping the weight on the front end. But you know, we're here for your practice. Also, do what you bit.
It even made a wheelie at the top of a roost. It just went into the air. For fuck's sake.
What? Change it then. Do your thing. Go on. Send me your magic. You're the master, remember?
Thank you, John. Thank you, buddy.
So change it how you want. Send it to me. I'll see what I can do in it.
Let me just see if I can manage one single lap where I don't go outside the road because it just doesn't turn. Look at this. Look at this. Nothing. Doesn't happen anything.
I wouldn't say that, Greg. I'll do my best, but if Tortellini dropped by, he'd be doing 17s, 16s, whatever in it. Give him 5 laps. I'll load back the default aggressive and go half a second faster again.
Yeah, try the default aggressive at this point.
Yeah, Far Aggressive's got a bit more negative toe. This, not much. A bit less caster. Higher ride height, less wing, less splitter. Stiffer rates, that's about it. Sorry, Darryl, no, you can't make this. Too late for the server sign-ups now. There's only a few slots just for some of the regulars to get some laps. They're all out of shape.
But if you do your team, you can join the endurance on Sunday.
I was about to say that, yep. Race on Sunday, still plenty of slots spare on that.
Rear tire pressure says it's a little bit too high. No, my blood pressure is high, mate. Alright, managed to do a 2:18.9, at least we have something to look at it. Now, let's do some stuff. Who's that? Yeah. Antivirus pops an alert and screens go black, exiting double goes. Petri. Okay, so I'll fix the pressures later. I think they are slightly high, but we can work on that. So, so how to keep the... Alright, so how do we keep the car with good traction at the rear, but we improve at the high speed? Right, so...
Haven't touched the dampers, by the way, so feel free to...
Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, let's do this. Let's do that. And let's go like that, so that you don't have issues. Okay, let's try like that and see if we have improved, and most importantly then if you can still drive it in the slow corners as you like.
Yeah. Slow corners are easy to drive around, but the fast ones...
So the slow corners, I have almost no complaint of the car. I can do pretty much whatever I want. It is very stable on changing direction. It is very stable on the curbs, obviously. So it's very good.
Are they compliments?
Yes. So if I can...
Hang on. Let me write that down. Go on, carry on.
Yeah, you know, maybe, you know, write it into a CD-ROM Kodak Gold Edition. Could be good for you, and keep it forever, you know.
I'll put it on tape, mate.
So,
for my generation.
Yes, probably, yeah. Remember to get a remember to always keep a pencil close to you so you can rewind it properly. Yeah.
Oh, kids these days are missing out.
Yeah, so some people, you know, in the chat will be like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" So what I'm trying to do now here is to see if I can do something to the car to maintain the same traction that you have on the slow corners and get slightly less understeer on the high-speed corners.
Give it a front end. Give it a front end. Cool. Challenge you.
So the turn in is not good. You're not gonna like it.
Was the back end pushing out?
No, it's it rotates on the turn in of the corner.
Yeah. See? Deal with that with practice, though.
Yeah, but if I increase preload, then he doesn't like it in the slow exit corners. But let me first, you know, heat up the tires and everything.
Probably a bit of rebound work to go on as well.
Might have exaggerated everything. We'll see.
Yeah, okay. Macaroni, it's just a community race. It's just with some friends from the community Discord, which you're welcome to join if you like. It's a 3-hour spa on Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. So 2 days. This is how much practice and effort we put in. So we take it very seriously. Honestly, if we can get for even one stint each without me driving into a wall or Aris's internet disconnecting, then we are rocking.
It would be already fantastic.
Yeah, that's a success for us. So
it's a win-win.
Obviously, yeah, check the Discord. Links are in the description, or one of our wonderful mods will post it to chat for you.
Yep.
All on SGP website. If you want to register there, you can find all the races. Thank you, John.
No, I don't think you're gonna like this, so doesn't make sense. Okay, let's go back.
Does it work for you though? And is it pointier on the front?
I don't even really like the turn in, so
just messed up the rear on it.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
I mean, ultimately, it's still a Merc. It's always going to be a boat.
Nah, no, that's not true. Right.
Compared to the glorious new McLaren.
Let's try this, and let's see if we can improve the rear end. We can make this very low, and maybe. You look so calm.
You look so calm.
Let's not leave the rear and go up. Okay, let's try. It's probably too low on the bumps at the rear, but you know.
You have on about 10. If you have it proper low.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, that's the usual. Can't even trust the people that make the damn game these days to know what they're on about, can you?
No, PM game, it's not free downforce. You get extra drag, you get less downforce at the rear where you're changing the front. So it's always a compromise.
Generally up is good, but yeah, not.
And it becomes also more pitch sensitive, so. Okay, so turning is nice. Let's see at high speed here what happens. Good, stable. Oh, this is much less understeer.
So that was always right. Just the way it loads to the weight with the downhill part. Why Audi's still not fixed?
Skill issue.
Skill issue, mate.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone's favourite streamer told someone it was broken at some point.
Yeah, we have those guys, you know, arriving everywhere. Twitter, probably the same guy. Oh, fix it, you know. That's okay. I mean, what can you do?
pretty sure there's a conspiracy theory in there somewhere, isn't it, with Audi pulling out of the GT?
Yeah, absolutely. It will happen, absolutely.
Yeah, they're obviously not paying you guys enough now to make it OP, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. The money we're losing.
So, how's your new yacht, Aris? Nice? You enjoying it?
Yes, yes.
Good.
Not bad. I mean, could be better, but you know.
Yeah. Champagne supplies running low already after that Playboy party last weekend.
Oh, all right, that's cool. It's you know, the cheese is moldy and the wine is old, but you know, what can you do? Okay, so this is interesting. I want you to have a look at it and see what you think.
Let me just get back to the garage.
So actually, well, I'll save it and send you.
Oh, send it. Okay, yeah, send it.
Would be easier. What is my favorite track? Bathurst, I think. B3B. Let's save it like that. And I guess when you say Bathurst, it's not really needed to say why. I believe, right? Okay, have a go on that. I have still to do a proper lap, so yeah. But yeah. I want first to understand if this is a setup you can deal with, and if we can start working on it, or if it's still too much. Ciao, Fausto. It's okay, Marky, we practically just started, so... Yeah, who doesn't have skill issues for Bathurst? I mean, except some guys only, but... I certainly have, but it's it's the challenge, you know. Exactly, so fun and scary at the same time, and majestic, and the graphics are amazing, and the flow is wonderful, and the top speed is amazing. I mean, what can you ask? Also be true. Touche. Why ACC only saves 10 best time? I don't know, mate. I honestly don't know. Don't know what to tell you. Lazy devs, I guess. Or some other, you know, technical issue. I don't know. Whoa. Hey, arc build, nice.
Yeah, turning's better.
Give it a try, you know, hit up everything, see what problems you have, be very critical, and we see if we can improve it.
Rear bumps are actually surprisingly manageable. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, this car is a caterpillar, it just goes, you know, flattens everything.
Little bit of pitch sensitivity on turning with the back swinging out, but that's because I've just got used to the old setup.
Okay, let's see.
But it's nothing terrible.
We can improve it. We can improve it.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's something I can drive around regardless. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Maybe not.
Whoa. Tyres are not there yet. Okay. Go. Just a bit. Oh, he touched the curb. Death incoming. God, just died on our roof as soon as it curb.
.9 is slower in lap times. Not on all tracks, but for most tracks it is slower, so don't worry about it. Hello buddy, welcome to the channel. Hey Andy, thank you so much buddy. Not you Andy, man.
No, I guess you would never be so kind.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Oh Rick! Lazy Project Manager, thank you so much buddy, thank you. Haha, thank you, appreciate it. Cheers Rick. How is it? Too pointy?
I'll tell you if I survive Rattle on the second time.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the turn in the back's, yeah, not pointy on the front, it's the back end lifting. Well, I don't know if it's the bumps, it feels like it's the bumps, but it might just be my
Slow car ahead.
my crude take on it.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
The exit's alright, it's the turning. See if I die here. Ooh, okay, I missed the curve completely then.
Who's that? I missed one guy. Welcome to the channel, buddy. XNDRZT, yeah, thank you for the nickname. Says, why always the Merc? Man, I just drove this afternoon the McLaren. The other day I drove the Ferrari, I think. And the Merc tonight has been chosen by Andimon, so that's why I'm driving.
For some stupid reason. Actually, it was because it was a car that wasn't going to kill me until Aris got hold of the setup. Okay, I just took off over the top of fucking Radlon on 2 wheels. I don't know what you're on about on 3 wheels.
How's that even
Jesus.
possible? What the fuck are you doing? Why are you attacking the inside curbs like that?
No, it wasn't. Actually, it was the top of it.
How? How?
You tell me, mate. You tell me. I didn't make the game.
Oh my god. Anyway, make the front bump stop rates to 6. Try again. Well, Ian, you know, if you've been working like 20 years on the same stuff, after a while you see the matrix, so... Alright, let's try it again. I look so calm.
It still felt much better with the bumps like bigger bump range, especially on the rear.
It felt better on the fast approach, but it is a little bit too skittish now on the slower. So let's see if I can find a compromise for you and for me.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Try to stick a lap in. Probably going to die at the first turn in.
Too fast. Thank you, Kos. Thank you, buddy. Very glad you like it. You had a special live stream earlier today about the car, so if you need to get some information about it, just have a watch on that. I'm slow tonight.
Mate, I'm surprised I'm even awake still.
Yeah.
I can count the amount of hours I slept last night on one finger, so...
You have a multi-finger finger?
Oh, man. I had like a 4-hour ride earlier as well, so my legs are proper crampy already. Dose up on the ibuprofen later. Oh no. Right.
did it there. Yeah, that looks better here.
Did you lower the front bump?
Yeah, from front bump stop at 6, I think. And rear 1 or 2 clicks higher.
Putting the rear back up, I can definitely get a bit. It's just all about shrinking the front. Give it a go.
Come on.
No, I'd already put it up a couple of clicks anyway, John, because I knew it was going to be too much. Or not enough, more point, sorry.
Okay. Let's start to having some more interesting speeds. Let me tell you how I am. So, front bump stop rate 6.
Yeah.
And rear to 9.
To 9.
Yeah. So go up. And I think, honestly, maybe we can do even 10 and still get out of it, or even something extra. Hey, Manuel, you are right, man. I don't know what to tell you. There's no solution right now, but I agree with you.
SGP has a unique code at least, doesn't it?
Yeah, SGP at least have a unique code. Yeah.
Which, yeah, it helps you don't end up filtering through thousands of servers.
Tristan,
in the title.
Tristan says that my name and surname sounds like a Greek god of thunder and death. Look at this. This is the totem of thunder and death. I'm just showing the mini-me you just made, Andy.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my world now. Aris is the Kirk, I'm the artist. And there's a couple of mini-me's left before they get updated to the new versions, if anyone still wants one.
Right, go and get it.
There's not many left, actually, and I'm sure John or McKenna can stick a link in the chat. They're about to go, because the V2s are out, and we've got some... well, I won't say anything yet, I don't want to hijack the stream, but yeah, some things happen anyway.
I agree with you, Manuel. You're right on that.
Drunk philosopher. More appropriate.
A drunk philosopher is much more appropriate, yeah.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John, yeah. No, why thank you, John? I mean, coffee is only for Andimon, so yeah, whatever. Anyway, thank you, John.
Well, if anyone ever buys me one.
All right.
When was the last time Aris got me a coffee thing?
Never.
Exactly.
But I just gave you a rise on your pay by 3,000% by now.
3,000 this. I think we're well over that. I think we're into like the quintuple digit by now. At least 5 or 6 zeros on pay rise.
Let me go a little bit down on the pressure because I think
it's probably a bit hot.
26. Too hot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. And let's have another go. Ah, pain, pain.
your big boss giving you any painkillers for that?
Not yet.
Nah.
She will probably give me, you know, a hit and in the head and just knock me out. Do you feel any pain? Bleh.
There's a slow car behind.
We'll go also higher on that because I prefer always higher brake biases.
Unionize the mods, yeah, right, John.
Unionize the mods.
We'll be gone in a second. He'd have some crazy fanboys working for him. He could do no wrong, speak no harm.
My mods prefer to not unionize because their pay is already higher than the average unionized pay for mods, which is 0. John is thinking like, what the fuck did I just heard?
No, Jason, this isn't effort. This is just showing up. Oh. What the?
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, whoever that was. Someone parked in the pit lane. I think it was Octavian I completely just shafted. Sorry, mate, if you can hear us on stream.
Thank you so much, Manuel. Very, very kind words. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Fuck.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Oh. Oh. And I mean, man, are you sure you're not, you know, bringing some bad luck? Because my steering wheel paddles don't work anymore, so I cannot change gear. What the fuck? Reset.
To be honest, my life is pretty cursed, so it wouldn't surprise me.
This is the first ever time I have a problem on this wheel. See, mechanical failures. Yeah, guys, you seen it here first.
Yep.
Nothing
Ooh,
at all. That's nice.
Great wave.
Interesting. So what do we do here?
I should have got semi-cube Aris.
Ah, now it works again. That's strange. So I went to the pits and now it works again. That's actually a mechanical failure. I hope Fernando is not kidding me, you know. He's not doing something strange here. Hey, Mikael. Buonasera. Okay, so how is the setup?
Don't know, give me a couple of laps. I've only just got back out again.
All right.
Give me a couple of laps, I'll let you know.
Okay. I'll save this. I think this is not that bad actually. And I'll send it to you as well. So where are you? Here. Oops. Oh. What is this? Come on. Okay. And okay. Boop. New one. So
Cheers, thank you.
what I'm going to do, because I think this setup is at least a good base to work on, and I think you're gonna find it good enough, not too tricky, not too, you know. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the setup and make something different out of it.
Do what you want with it, mate. Go ahead, cook.
So it's like a almost high downforce setup. I'm gonna make a medium to low downforce setup and see if we can gain something out of it. So
okay.
yeah, just, you know, just for practice and also to show
Right.
people what they can do as well. So the first thing that you need to take a look, guys, is at the front aero variation. So the front aero variation right now we're using is 0.8 minus 0.8%, and take it as a number. You don't need to understand exactly why it's minus 0.8 or whatever. It is a number. We are going to change the downforce on the car, and we will try to get at the same number, more or less. So I'm going down to 5 or 4 rear wing, and I'm going down to the splitter as well. Okay, maybe 5 here, and then I will go down, of course, on the right head and maybe slightly higher at the front, like this, and about 0.7. Okay, minus 0.7. So in theory, in a steady state, the car should be similar, but that's on a steady state. The problem is that you're never at a steady state. You are always accelerating and braking, and so the car always goes into pitch. And since we're using less rear wing now, that means that the average downforce and aero balance, it's going to change more with pitch sensitivity, because your big rear wing is not sensible to pitch sensitivity. Pitch sensitivity arrives from this front splitter and the diffuser. Okay, the rear wing just stays there, changes slightly in angle, but it's very slight numbers in angle, so it always generates the same downforce. So if you have a high rear wing, that means that the movement of the aero balance back and forth from the pitch and squat is less, because you have the rear wing generating a lot of a big percentage of downforce. If you have a low angle rear wing, that means that the rear wing generates less percentage of downforce, and so the car will be more sensitive to pitch and to squat. So because of those reasons, and because now we have less rear wing, okay, I will go to the mechanical grip, and I will make the whole car much stiffer. Stiffer springs and stiffer bump stops, whatever, are going to generate less pitch and less squat, and so possibly we're going to have a car that behaves similarly even with less rear wing. Again, we're talking it's going to behave similarly in handling, but obviously it's going to have less downforce, which means we're going to lose some grip, and maybe we're going to gain some speed and acceleration. We're going to have a try and see how it behaves. So let's go much stiffer here and much stiffer here, like this. I will also go stiffer to the anti-roll bars, like that. And then maybe I will go even, yeah, let me actually go even stiffer at the bump, at the front bump. And a rebound, we will leave it as it is. Okay. Right, let's have a go, okay? And this is, you know, just of curiosity. That doesn't mean that the car will be faster or whatever, but this is how you can try different aerodynamic setups and see what works best for your driving style, for the track you're driving, for the car you're driving, you know, experimentation. Now, you can instantly see, guys, that the actual handling of the car is not that dissimilar from before. So it doesn't over-rotate at turn-in, it doesn't over-rotate at the exit already. That gives you an indication that, okay, the changes we did were correct for retaining the same traits of handling. Yeah, even here you see car is still stable, even with much lower wing, and that is because we made the car also stiffer, so it doesn't, you know, pitch and squat that much as before. It's also an indication that, you know what, maybe we can try later on the higher downforce setup with, you know, more stiff springs and see what happens. Here instead we have a lot of understeer, so maybe we're a little bit too stiff at the front. That was aero understeer, because on that turn obviously you're going very fast. Slow corners, not bad. Braking, obviously more difficult, because we arrive at a higher speed. So we need to take care of that. Let's see other rules what we can do. We're going to arrive faster than before. So extra care needed. We have understeer here, lots of understeer. The front end went practically very, very light. It just went sideways. So we need to take care of that. Kobe, we can brake later than you probably because you are not properly trail braking inside the turn during the turn-in. So as you can see, I'm braking late, but then turning in, I'm still braking slightly and modulating the brake so I can keep on decelerating and rotating the car with the brakes inside the turn until the apex. Again, here you can see how I can modulate my braking to go into the turn. It takes a lot of time, but you need to try, you need to practice and not just, you know, try to... oh yeah, whoa, that was a wheelie. Nice, so we need some extra downforce at the front. You saw that, guys. Let me show you the replay of that. So I was saying, Kobe, you need to practice in a way that you try different things. So don't go at the track, don't go out and always try to do a better lap. That doesn't work. You need to practice and do different things and learn from that and then put them all together and make them work. Okay, let me have a look at that. Woo! Liftoff! We have liftoff. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Right, Tristan? Yes. Look at this. Oh, that was high. Oh my god. Boink. All right, that's interesting. So yeah, we need more downforce. That was an interesting thing already. Let's go down here. And see what happens. And on your right, you can see the wonderful Aarhus River, famous from being brownish color, but we call it Ruse because it's you know, more romantic-like something. And on your left, you can see many people watching the race and possibly drinking a lot of beer. Vasilis, I don't know, it's just, you know, experimentation. It's more like, you know, I want to show you what happens when you try a completely different setup and how you can recalibrate the car than actually been using that, because Mercedes in particular likes to have as high downforce as possible. So yeah. But you know, we're gonna try it and see what happens. It's a good showcase on how you can balance out your car again, if you are, you know, where to start and what to do. If you are completely changing the aerial levels of the car. Better here. Oh, I've missed the corner. It wasn't that bad, but I completely missed the corner. Hello, Gaius, Polus, Tingus, Tingus, or something like that.
What? I was going to turn into a Monty Python sketch,
Yes.
wasn't it? What? Who are you even talking to?
A guy just entered the chat and his nickname is Caio Polus. So it was.
Oh, Polus. Okay,
yeah, it was automatic for me to go on the Monty Python stuff, you know.
Oh right, yeah, you can probably close the ducts up one actually quite easily. It's not particularly warm here. But as long as they go green when you're braking, it's fine. Doesn't matter if they're blue. Don't want them in the orange before you start braking.
What? Sorry, come again?
The guy was asking about the brakes. He asked if they're a bit too cold.
Yeah.
No, they may be. You can do it to close the
Yeah,
ducts.
but you know, we are now practically trying to find out the base setup to be happy both and to be able to push. That kind of detail is for a much higher level, both of skill, practice, and preparation. So, you know, it's the last thing I'm gonna take care of if I really need to take it care of. It's always a matter of priorities, and for me, you know, knowing my skill, the priority number one is having a car where I can push, where I can even make some mistakes and it still doesn't bite me back, and I can be consistent in it. That's my priority. And since we are in you know, an endurance race with 2 drivers, it should be the same for the other driver as well, even if it is called Andimon. So yeah, we need to do that.
All these people concerned about lap times. I just want to get to the end alive.
Exactly.
You know, baby steps, guys. Baby steps. You're watching the wrong stream if you're expecting performance from me, anyway.
Or for me, anyway.
Well, I don't know. Aris knows what he's doing. He spends all day driving. He's got no excuse. Oh, thank you, David. I can see chat, by the way. I've got you up in my VR. I've got you. My in-car entertainment system is Aris' stream right now. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. How's it holding up? Pull over. Yeah, it's actually holding up well. It's fine. I'm in it now. Wasn't ideal, wasn't optimal. It was just something I wanted to do because I had like, I don't know, I think it was like 40 euros worth of wood laying around that I could do something with. So, and John and the other guys were obsessed with drawing plans and things, and I was just like, sod this, just give me some wood, a hammer, and I'll just screw it together. So that was it. It works fine for me. You know, I drive very, very rarely these days, so it's good for a casual driver. If you was going to want to be a bit more serious about it, you'd probably want to do something for your duty. Kind of limited with my local wood supply as well, so. Yeah, John the engineer who can't build a sim rig unless he's got SolidWorks or AutoCAD running in front of him. In my day, mate. All you need is a pencil and a napkin. Yeah, don't bring your work home with you. Bring your work home. Yeah, so Daniel, don't copy my design, by the way. It wasn't meant as a guide of how to build a wooden rig. It's just something I could knock up. I had a spare afternoon, and I was sick of driving on the desk and having the wheel fall off and end up in my lap every time I try to turn the wheel. Not good for your posture, obviously, on the pedals, that sort of thing. Oh yeah, definitely. Bit of cross bracing on it, some triangulation in it, much better. It's more aesthetic and convenience for me as well. I tuck it under the. I have a large desk here where I am in the studio, so it kind of goes down the side of it. So it was designed to kind of slot under that.
Almost the same lap time. Interesting. It's much less safer at the top of Radion. It just whoop. Another wheelie. Okay, so there are some interesting traits on both. Obviously we are gaining a lot of acceleration, and I can see the delta going down through the acceleration of the straights, on the long straights. But obviously we also losing a lot of speed in the corners, so you need to push harder in the corners, which I don't think is going to be a good thing for the race. No, let's save it and do something else. So I'm gonna load the old one again, but this time I want to go stiff on the springs. See what happens. Stiffer, probably I can use much less bump stop prints. So let's see. Yeah, Mikael, for sure, but the problem is that Andimo needs more traction out of the slow corners because he's more aggressive on the accelerator. So we need to compromise on that and find the best solution for both of us.
I mean, I could just turn the TC up, you know. It's not ideal, but...
Yeah, but, you know, you still first have to have a setup that is good for both, and then you can play a little bit with the electronics just to, you know, go into one direction or the other direction, but it's going to be fine-tuning, not... For
me, probably bigger than that, and more importantly for that, is something we talked about earlier, actually, in the stream, is actually the confidence on turning, not having the car oversteer itself.
Yes.
I'm used to driving like the heavy front lumps and the GT4s and so on. You tend to be a bit more finessed, shall we say, on the GT3 because of the speed and the aero. Whereas you've got a much more subtle turning.
Yes.
Which is something which I throw in the car about. It takes me a little while to unlearn.
Sure. So no, but that's why, you know, endurance racing is. Oh, what happened? What did I do? Strange.
Yeah, so the turning to me is more important than the exit. The exit I can work around, but the turning I can't. I have to relearn quite a significant amount of hours of input.
Yeah, as I was saying, that is why endurance racing is so interesting, because you need to find the compromise on for both drivers to the car.
Even worse if you've got 3 or 4.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, the Lambo with the adjustable braking, engine braking is one extra, you know, thing that helps accommodate different drivers during the driving stint. Bon, come on, mate. I haven't killed that car specifically. The car hasn't been, you know, updated since like 5 years.
2018?
Yeah,
5 years.
I mean, I know I'm going to tell you something that you're gonna probably think about, and it's gonna be very bad for you, as for me. But yes, there have been 5 years ago when, you know, the GTR just raced. So time flies, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's been a bit of progress, haven't there? The rest of the world's moved on.
Yeah, we are, you know, 5 years older. That's the truth. So I mean, it's not like I made the car slower. It's just that the other cars became faster.
Damn all these new cars for being so well engineered that they're a lot easier to drive and extract pace out of. It's another I can't believe how many times I hear that complaint about X new car is just too easy to drive. It's like, it's a new car, what do you expect? They're getting better.
Yeah.
Version. Is it an SRO GT? Or is it just on like...
What?
I don't know, someone's 2023 version showed.
Yeah, so the 2023 version, I don't know what they have done, or that if it's still the same old car and hoping, you know, for a better BOP. So I don't know what to tell you about it. We'll see when they will come and race, and we'll.
It's kind of cool though.
Absolutely. I mean, I love the car.
Oh, cool. Yeah, the GTR is amazing.
I don't have a favorite car, mate. It's all my babies, and besides, the manufacturers are going to kill me, so... That was interesting. Hey, the mystery fly. Oh no, the Mr. Fly, sorry. Glad you like it, buddy.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
All right, that's interesting. Boom.
But I made the fastest lap so far.
We're down to the 17th. Pressures are not bad. All right, okay. So, okay, let's have a look at that.
Oh, time's fine, Jose.
I think you're gonna like it, so I'm not going to change it right now. I'll just send this over to you.
His lap times have been dropping the longer he's been driving the car, so you know,
And
it's
then
not
I will.
entirely down to the setup.
Now,
more
you know,
familiarization as much as it is anything else.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna save and send this to you, and
Cool,
then I'm gonna do a lap on your old on your old setup, because it might very well be that I'm just getting better at driving instead of the setup doing, you know, a difference.
Obviously, the setup all contributes, doesn't it? We all know that. It's not one or the other.
Yeah.
They have to work in a synergy.
Yeah.
But if you didn't like it, you're obviously, and you've got used to this setup philosophy that you're going down here, then if you might even be slower.
Nah.
So, because obviously it's
Not
going
too
back
sure
on.
about that. I will try it, because you always, I mean, this is an advice I can give you guys. Always, so you start your training session, and as you know, we like it, it's nice, you know, it makes you feel the car, so you start practicing and you keep on changing the setup, and a little change there and some change that, and so on and so forth. And it's great, and you do your best lap time. When you are satisfied with the lap time that you did and your driving technique during that lap, this is the moment to stop for a moment, go back to either the initial setup or even the aggressive setup, and try again. Okay, this is what is going to show you, is it actually the setup that helps you, or is it your practice that, you know, made you much better? That's the most important part.
Ooh.
Whacked Doubt says he remembers asking me so many times about the 720 Evo earlier this year. He's glad he's glad that we released it. Yeah, I'm also sad, and I'm sorry that, guys, as you can see, I cannot talk to you about future plans. But unfortunately, in this era we live, the license contracts and things we have to respect are so many and so important and legally important that unfortunately we cannot talk until we get the total approval for everything, and the official channels of Assetto Corsa talk about it, and then I can talk as well. So it is like that. Vasilis, no, I'm not using yet full liters. I will do it after this test. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to load the original V3 setup that Andy Mon sent me, and I'm gonna do a couple of laps with this and see what kind of performance I can achieve. Modesty apart, I was a pretty fast driver when I was practicing, you know, for top levels decades ago. I was never an actual pure alien, but with grinding, you know, lots of practice and careful setup choices and so on, I was good. Nowadays, if I practice a lot, and I mean a lot, I can go somewhere around 1 to 8/10 of a second away from the alien lap times, but I really need to practice a lot, and then it's just a one lap hero and that's it. So I cannot be consistent on that level. Getting older. I'm an astronaut, not an alien. It's more that I think it's more than I have more, you know, technical knowledge on what I need to do to make the car go fast, than actually talent to do it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chris, these young ones are spending 16 hours a day grinding it out as well. We see this in pretty much every sport, where over time, just what it takes to be at the top of your game, you just have to put more and more and more in.
Yeah.
You know, it's the stuff that, you know, these some of these aliens do and how long they do it for is obscene. It really is. Like, you just wait, they wake up, drive, carry on driving, go to bed. Dream about setups, wake up, drive, go to bed. It's hard work, a lot of hard work. Me reading chat and driving into walls.
I am 50, Alonso is not 50, unfortunately. For me, unfortunately.
Yellow flag accepted. Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
Yeah. Dario, you just joined and you're giving advice. Man, you're so fast on understanding things. Come on, man. At least, guys,
helpful,
if you're giving advice, at least take some time to see what's going on and see what we're doing and why we're doing it.
Well, maybe you've never driven this game before, Aris, and you need some help with your
Could be, yeah.
preferred steering ratios.
I mean, absolutely, I'm all for advice and everything, but at least some context.
Drive faster.
Aha! Yeah, that's a good advice.
Oh, because he can basically do 16s. Oh, okay. Nice. But, I'm pretty sure Aris has thought about steering ratios before.
Well done if you can do 16s, which means, again, that you're driving a different car than what I drive. Because if you have such higher skill than me, then your advice is, and again, I repeat, you don't know what we're doing right now. So...
I haven't even set a valid lap this session. You know, that means I don't know the track, obviously. Well, I'm basically doing 16s. I'm just a few seconds off, you know. If I put all my optimal corners together, I could do 15.9s.
Hey, Yorgos! Γεια σου μεγάλε.
Oh, was that a Malacca? Good evening. Ah.
Straight.
That's the only Greek word I know.
Yes, yes, the
The only
intellectual.
one.
Yeah.
If I ever go to Greece, I'm sorted. Apparently, you can use it for everything. It's one of those interchangeable words. Calispera. What's that, John?
Good afternoon.
Oh, okay. Malacca's out. Yeah, Jose, imagine that. I can't even get up in Aris's ones. It's amazing, isn't it? Just the difference that driver input makes. And actually, this actually has to be said now, Aris, because this is something a few people have actually mentioned to me. Neil's touched on one of his last videos, actually, that the recent update really does make a difference how the driver approaches the car, how the setup works with the driver. You can't just shove in the values that are, you know, de facto the best, fastest, whatever for that given car track combo.
Yeah.
Everyone that I've spoke to absolutely loves the fact that they can set it up to suit them, still extract pace out of the car. Well, not that the setup doesn't, so but you've got so many different ways of work that are actually viable.
Yeah.
Actually viable. Fantastic. Not just about, you know, everything to the left and maximum wing and off you go. Yeah, it does make it. Try V4.
All right. So yeah, it's not that bad as before, but I did 18 low by pretty much not, you know, not respecting track limits on various places. So I find some difference in the V4.
Yeah, so basically it's high wheel rate, so it's stiffer. The bumps have gone up a little bit again on the bump ranges.
Yeah, it's mainly stiffer. That stiffness makes for me the car more direct.
Yep, definitely.
But obviously, if you are overdriving it or if you are a little bit more aggressive on your inputs, you might have trouble. So give it a try. Let me know what you think, and let's see. You know, we still have now. We have lots of differences. So we have the V3C, we have the V4, which is stiffer. We can play around and see what it's better for us. Even the V3 now, it's better for me as well because I'm getting better on driving. So yeah, we can even go back to the V3 pure.
Yep. Someone's also mentioned there's still camber left. Yeah, given that we're basically one click off max, you might as well use all anyway.
Yeah, we can use that. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. Give me a second.
Old man break.
Yeah. Where is it? Ah, yes. No. In-game, no webcam. Right, so let me show you the someone lapping. Philip.
Philip, is always entertaining because he'll be fast storing the wall.
Absolutely. Alright, be back in a minute, guys.
Okay, mate, in a bit. And the GTR as well. Rebound on the rear one. Well, I feel like Aris should have some elevator jazz music, you know, like hotel lobby kind of stuff to keep you guys entertained while he's off on a bathroom break. We'll be polite about it, shall we? Yeah, elevator music, definitely. That's basically what the Gran Turismo sound menu music was anyway, wasn't it? Of the oinks, yeah. Tell me more on upgraded Mini Aris. Right, okay, let's just move out of the way quickly. I'll get track out the line. Upgraded Mini Aris is slightly different design. Physically, they're the same on the outside, but there's some changes with the print method, and it's a bit more solid now. Not only that, there's a little thing happening which I can't give away just yet, but there's going to be upgrades. Everyone likes upgrades. Customization, some kind of modular type approach to something. I don't want to say any more without giving it away, but yeah, it's something that's going to apply to the others as well, because we've got some other people on board with it now. Hopefully it's going to build into a little range for SimStars bobbleheads. New livery, yeah. New livery for Mini Aris. Yeah, so basically I've just managed to just improve the process slightly. Overseas delivery. Tomek, oh yeah, you're Canada, I think, if I remember, aren't you? So yeah, there's a. Oh, there goes Philip. Aero upgrades. I think he's pretty aerodynamic. I think the giant bobblehead gives him a good kind of forward momentum. You know, it's self-stabilizing. Throw him like a dart. Various Mini Aris. Yep, you can have custom Mini Aris t-shirts if you want. Those ones I do manually, so you can have some nice freehand artwork on. But yeah, there's some little accessories as well that go along with it. So we're kind of working on, because it needs to be suitable for the other bobbleheads as well.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
How are you doing?
Good, good.
Managed to do a lap or something?
No, just actually, I was just chatting. Someone mentioned mini bobbleheads. Chatting. It feels a bit. Go back to the setup. Does feel better than the other recent ones. The V4. This is. Mostly for me, I'm not too fussed about the suspension rates, the wheel rates, because I can work with that either way. Obviously, it is sharper. The main thing I noticed is having the extra bump range back again. That's the thing which kind of just feels so much more natural. So.
Sorry, what do you feel?
The V4, the extra bump range, I noticed no matter what we do with the setups or whatever I do, I always go back to preferring the higher bump back.
Ah, okay.
Which the V4 has. So the extra rates are nice, but the bump range just, that always works, whatever.
Okay, I think you can. Oh, we could also even take it higher than 20.
Yeah, I think I had in the original quite high. It was probably up at about 30 or 40.
Yeah. So maybe it still works even if we take it higher.
Yeah,
you want to do
do
a couple of laps and see if you can handle it, or if we should go back to V3.
No, this one feels better. So just for the bump range, but I need to do I need to do some laps on it and just how it works. But yeah, until don't forget the camber. Yes, I've already maxed the camber. It's the first thing I do when Aris. There you are. Yeah, so I'll do a few laps. See if I can get a feeling for it.
Alright, so let me go up to 25 and
gone 30 just because.
How much fuel do we need for like 45 minutes of the stint?
Probably about 80, probably about 90 litres actually, probably about 90, thereabouts.
Okay,
Do a wear test really on.
Yeah, let me do a couple of laps on full fuel trim and see what happens. Hello, Mr. Vency.
Hey, good evening, mate.
Davide, mate, you shouldn't take the high curbs at Zolder. It's way too high. I mean, I don't know if you have seen real cars, what happens when they, exaggerate the line of those Zolder. They just, they become SpaceX stuff, so there's no solution to that. You either take them in the correct way or, you don't.
We take a GT4 or an M2 and forget the curbs exist.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
GT3s,
or you can, raise your GT3 car, having less downforce, whatever, but probably it will not be, scrubbing the road anymore, so you might have some leeway.
Oh, lovely, Philip. Nice little ballerina impression.
What did he do?
Oh, he's been driving around drifting in front of me on my outlet. He's just done a little ballerina. He's parked up on the exit of Puon.
A classical Philip. What are you doing?
Watching the map. Because I'm going to be slower than at least one of those cars that are behind me.
I was behind you.
Well, there you go. Now you've got clear track.
I didn't.
Show us what you
clear
got.
track.
I haven't even got pressures up yet, so.
All right, let's see. Okay, goes through a ruse even with full fuel. That's good. Ciao Lorenzo. Oh. Still a bit rear end tricky with full fuel, so we might need to take care of that.
Hey, good evening, Kevin. I would say thank you, mate, but I have nothing to do with that, obviously. I'm just the sucker that has to put up with all the Discord nonsense and organise all the races, so that's all Aris, that one, and the guys at Kunos.
But if you don't like it, blame Andy.
Yeah, exactly. It's my fault if there's something wrong with it, of course. I don't mind being a scapegoat. But yeah, it is nice, definitely, it is nice. I never really got on with the old one, but the new one's much more dialed in. Yeah, asked for a raise. Yeah, my infinite raises on 0 euros. If I keep this up, at one point Aris is going to pay me 1 cent one day, and that's going to multiply to enough to retire on.
Yellow flag ahead, be careful.
What's Philip doing?
Drifting, probably.
No, he was waiting for me. I think he just wants to see if he can overtake me sideways. PK and Senna, anyone?
Oh my god, that's the best overtaking ever.
Literally the greatest overtake ever. That
Yeah.
guy is an absolute legend. If anyone can ever find a cooler moment in motorsports than that, I will eat my words.
Well, there's always the overtake of Valentino Rossi at Barcelona against Lorenzo.
Nah, it doesn't come close.
Nah, come on.
No. You do realise he was drifting a Formula 1 car
But it's an old
around the
Formula car.
outside of Ayrton Senna, who everyone seems to think is the absolute greatest of all time.
Yeah, but that is a one-off because, you know, Piquet.
Yeah, and also driving it one-handed while giving him the finger, you know, that kind of
yes, exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Philip, wrong car, mate. If you want to get on the stream doing ballerina moves, you need to be in front of Aris, not me. I'm just pottering around here, mate. But yeah. Nelson Piquet, mate, absolute legend. The guy just did not give a crap about anything.
Oh, yeah.
I think he was the last true rock star, I think, Formula 1 driver. I mean, alright, he's a bit of a... Alright, we'll say an interesting personality, but yeah. Yeah, anyone that can do that to Senna is just, holy shit. Come on, Philip, go do your thing, mate. Sorry, Luca, no you can't, it's just a practice server. The race is on Sunday if you want to join though. If you want to get a team together, or if you're feeling particularly brave and suicidal. 3-hour race at Spa, you can do it solo if you want. But jump in the Discord and sign up, you see all the information in the community races section. It's going to be good fun, nothing too serious. Community race for laughs. Woohoo! do that, Andy. Nothing short. We don't expect Aris' internet to hold out, so. Apparently, Rob's expecting nothing short of victory.
Yeah. Some kind of victory will happen, but yeah, I don't know which kind of victory.
Getting to the end. Yeah, we've got to set reasonable goals here. Let's be realistic.
Staying alive, probably.
Yeah.
Not getting a stroke or a heart attack, whatever.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
It's finding a setup that we both agree on that isn't going to kill us will be a small victory to start with. Aris surviving the first lap because obviously he's the star driver. You know, he gets the important stints. Sunday, Luca. Sunday. All the information's in the Discords. If you're not a member already, then links below the description, below the video in the description.
So the car with the extra fuel becomes more pointy.
Okay.
And obviously heats up more the rear tires, so we need to take care of that when you start a long stint, because otherwise, and I guess that, you know, also with tire consumption it's going to be worse and worse.
Yep.
For me it's great, so I could use the pressures, the different pressures like this, but we need to make sure that, you know, it's also suits you and you find also your own set of pressures.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to do some time of day calculations at some point then.
No, that was 17.9 with
Glory fuel.
20 no, not glory, but 20 liters.
Yeah, I think 25 litres I think we've got in the practice setup.
Yeah. Best lap with fuel right now is 18.8. And it comes out pretty easily for me right now, so it's...
Also, I've just realised my pressures are always cold with the setups you sent back, so I'm guessing you're targeting like mid-26s or something, aren't you? And you're pushing harder than me, so I'm getting really cold tyres. Well, not cold, but a lot lower pressure than what I'm used to. I definitely prefer it on the higher end of the range.
Alright.
Which might also explain the slippy slidiness a bit.
Could be.
On the lower pressures. Low.
See if I can do a 18.5. Thank you, Octavian. Hello mate, welcome to the channel.
Don't worry, I'll be trundling around at the back with you, mate.
Wide. Yeah. That needs some calming down for you. All right. Not bad in consumption. 0.07 millimeters of gap of delta between front and rear. It's okay. All right, cool. But we need to take care of all the... it could be the extra camber as well. Yeah. Anyway. Lorenzo, l'ho provata un stream nel pomeriggio. Controlla il mio canale, vedrai l'ultimo stream, l'ultimo video. Oggi pomeriggio ho provato la 720, ho parlato parecchio per come si comporta, il setup e quant'altro. Wow. Più difficili? Boh, direi che poi difficili dipende cosa intendi per difficili. Qualcuno dice difficile quando è molto sottosterzo, altro quando è molto sovrasterzo. Comunque in ordine di difficoltà non te lo so dire esattamente, ma direi cosa ti posso dire?
Aris, on the V4, can I just check for you what pressures you're getting for running?
Now that I was full fuel load, I was 26.6 at the front and 26.9, 27 at the rear. And I was lacking some traction, I was lacking some... That's with the V4, but with full camber.
Right, okay.
Perciò, tornando a Fabio, vecchie Porsche, la capo ovviamente non è GT3 ma non ha traction control, perciò devi essere più attento. La Maserati non ha ABS né traction control, Maserati GT4. La nuova Honda è difficile da portare al limite, la nuova Audi Evo è difficile da portare al limite. Beh, questo direi.
That wasn't a clean lap, was it?
Which one?
I don't know, apparently some... Oh, it's Aardvark says apparently I got clean up. I doubt it, mate.
Who?
No, he's just joking. Joking, because I've just been, like, doing stuff. Rather than getting in, so... About it.
Is Octavio on the Nissan again? Yeah.
What did I do? That's like crap. Yeah, really struggling with the pressures. Always run hot.
Do the engineers...
Not hot tub, but... more towards the 27, like 26.8, 7 feels okay. It gets half, it's really spongy and floaty.
Sorry, you're talking to me?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, just sort of tiny.
Because it goes in and out your mic, so I heard like.
Yeah, sorry, of course, yeah, I was looking the other direction. Apologies. Okay. To really put my mic over the in-car entertainment system then. So when I'm looking at the stream, I can see it. I'll be talking to the mic properly. Right, I'm just going to try it with more preferable pressures for me.
Yeah.
See how it feels. Yeah, 4's alright. That's workable, I think. I don't think it's optimal. I've got a bit more bump range than you as well on the back again.
Yeah.
Going up to 30, but it still feels alright.
Good.
So it's pretty much just a stiffer version of that setup I sent you then, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
We're getting back to where it was. Yes, Aardvark. Sorry, mate. I haven't actually been trying to get laps in, so to speak. It's all just feeling out setups. I'm not pushing or anything, really. If I am, I'm certainly not staying in the white lines.
So Andy Godfrey says if the engineers of the real cars actually start out with normal street, manufacturers, OEMs, or they do straight to the race teams out of school. Out of school, honestly, it's more luck and what you find, and because out of school you just send a lot of requests for interviews and stuff, and whatever happens, I mean, you might find a team that it's in search of a junior guy, or you might find a manufacturer. So
Actually, if I can give some really good advice for some of the younger guys that are actually going through college, one of the things you should really look at when you're picking a course is find a college or a polytechnic or whatever that has really good work placement opportunities. Because one of the things they will do is feed into the manufacturers, and even if you're not going to get a slot at a race team specifically, the contacts that you make from it are worth an absolute they make or break your career, really. Especially if you're doing something vocational like car mechanic, race engineering, that kind of thing. Yeah, if you can find someone with good contacts for work placements, quite often they feed into the industries, especially with local businesses. If you're somewhere like, I don't know, Motorsport Valley, for example, in the UK.
yeah, but stay on the track.
Sorry?
I said stay on the track.
I was looking. I do that, and then I go look down and think, is he streaming? And then just
Make the turn. Keep on driving. Why are you going straight?
because I was watching the chat and sorting my presses out.
We have only 2 days. Do some practice.
I'll do that. Right, I'm working on the setup. If I can't feel it, it's practice setup drive. Pressures are out. Feel the car.
He's back in the pits again.
Pressures.
Yeah, pressure, whatever.
You push the car way harder than me. Your pressures are nearly like a third to half a psi higher. Higher.
Oh, Saroba, welcome to the channel.
I'll do my sweatpants stints tomorrow when I've got time and I've had more than 1 hour's sleep, hopefully.
Gabri, il mio lavoro sostanzialmente parlo con ingegneri, costruttori, piloti e quant'altro e prendo tutti i dati che riesco a trovare. Trovo tutti i documenti scientifici se è il caso, ma quello mi aiuta anche Fernando, che è bravo pure lui a trovare i documenti scientifici, e aiuto Fernando a implementare nuove funzioni, nuove caratteristiche o a migliorare il motore fisico dove penso che ne abbiamo bisogno, e dopo tutti questi dati li inserisco dentro il motore fisico dall'A all'Omega, come si dice, e provo e faccio in modo di capire se la macchina si comporta come quello che dovrebbe essere quella reale, o perlomeno simile. Sul nostro lavoro ci sono sempre parecchi dati che o non si conoscono, non si è certi anche di gomme o di aerodinamica, per esempio, persino i costruttori non li conoscono tutti i dati necessari, perciò c'è sempre un po' di magia nera, come la chiamiamo, per trovare il giusto equilibrio. Cioè, ad esempio, quando non sai il valore preciso di un dato, sai però che c'è una finestra, un range dove puoi mettere i valori e giocare con essi, e a seconda di quello che fai cambia parecchio anche il feedback e la risposta che hai dall'auto o dalla gomma, e anche la sensazione di guida. Tutto questo fa parte del mio lavoro. Paso e tutti gli altri mi spiace, ma non parlo mai di piani futuri, contenuti, sì, no, forse, boh, non lo so, perciò quelli arrivano solo dai canali ufficiali, caso mai si decide o si è pronti per rilassare. Is anyone driving again, finally? Oh, look, he's into a rose. Bam, crash, boom. Oh, he made it. Such confidence. So much focus, wow.
Much skill issue.
Lorenzo, non credo. Quello che succede è che le auto nuove hanno caratteristiche più simili, perché è quello che funziona meglio con il regolamento e con le gomme a disposizione. Perciò, man mano che escono macchine, scusate, sempre più evolute, chiaramente queste macchine tendono ad avere anche caratteristiche simili, bilanciamento dei pesi simili, aerodinamica simile. Mentre se vai a vedere nelle macchine più vecchie, le differenze sono più importanti. Che so, prendi la vecchia Porsche, la confronti con la vecchia Nissan o la vecchia Bentley, vedi che ci sono grosse differenze, no? Prendi una Mercedes, la confronti con una M4 contro una Ferrari 296, contro una Lamborghini Evo 2, e vedi che nonostante il motore sia davanti o dietro ma sempre centrale, il loro comportamento è molto più simile, perché hanno dei bilanciamenti di pesi molto simili, di conseguenza anche il bilanciamento aerodinamico è molto simile, e cercano anche di avere meno sensibilità aerodinamica, e di conseguenza sono più facili da portare al limite, e di conseguenza si assomigliano.
Yeah, it's feeling alright. I could probably push with this a few laps.
Make sure that it is nice and steady at the rear, you know, stable, you can push. It doesn't get
easy.
worse and worse while you
No.
keep doing the you know, the stint.
So I just need to come up with my personal tire pressures so we can
Yeah.
find the middle ground. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the pressures is something, you know, that each one of us can completely change.
Yep.
So at every pit stop we select the strategy for the driver, and you drive it with your own pressures, I drive with my own pressures, and so on. Solo 3 hours, man? Good luck.
Starting to push a bit now, so the pressures are getting actually a bit better, yeah.
What's your tire pressure now?
Give me a sec. Can't look. Braking.
Yeah, later. Whenever you are on a straight line.
Ah, always a freaking bus stop chicane. Load of crap.
Effetto strada 0, ammortizzatore mettilo tipo a 50 e poi sul volante, tra l'altro non so che volante hai, cominci a giocare. C'è un video dedicato al force feedback che ti mostra, che ho fatto, che ti mostra appunto cosa devi fare per avere il giusto valore per l'ammortizzatore.
Right, just coming on Camel. I've got left to right, front to back, 7798 now.
Sorry, come
No,
again?
66698. Front left, front right, rear left, rear right.
Okay.
So I'm a bit cold on the fronts. Rears are workable, but I can adjust that obviously. In fact, let's have a look at it. Let's have a look.
218.9, nice.
Have a look. And I'm really not comfortable with the pressures, but starting to be able to lean on the car a bit now. Good.
Condio, you have your information wrong. WEC includes GT3 cars, but we are not doing a GT3 simulator. We are doing an SRO official simulator. SRO runs only with GT3 and has some extra races with GT4s maybe, and that's it. So the hypercars of WEC and the whole WEC league is a different league, okay? Completely different. The tires are different, and some of the regulations are different. The whole BOP is different, so has nothing to do with ACC, fortunately or unfortunately.
What was that?
There was a question if we're going to do, since WEC is doing GT3,
Oh,
we're going to do hypercars, but obviously.
Okay, so we're back into the 18.
Yeah, I have done a lot of videos about that. It's a long, discussion. I wouldn't take it right now, at midnight. But I have done a lot of videos about that, and even on the video about the new version 1.9 and what it achieves, I have spoken about that, so maybe you can have a look at that. Sorry if I'm not taking the discussion tonight, but we're gonna end like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Aris.Talks. No one's mentioned Miatas yet though as well, or car meets, or Nordschleife.
So, Davide, il BOP nel gioco, cioè prima di tutto il BOP consiste sostanzialmente in due cose. Extra Zavora, diversa Zavora da macchina a macchina e da circuito a circuito, e restrittori nei motori e diverse mappe della pressione del turbo nel motore per avere coppia e potenza diversa per ogni macchina e per ogni pista. Questi valori sono inseriti nel gioco uguali, identici, ok? Uguali, identici. Perciò la Zavora è la stessa della realtà, i restrittori e la coppia del turbo, le mappe del turbo sono le stesse della realtà. Detto questo, però, ci sono due cose da considerare. Uno, che innanzitutto, essendo un contesto e-sport, le macchine devono essere il più vicino possibile come prestazioni, ma proprio come hai visto a ProRecar avevamo 9 macchine in meno di un decimo di secondo in qualifica, ok? E i piloti sport si lamentano ancora e piangono, perciò capisci la necessità di avere le macchine il più vicino possibile. E l'altra cosa è che nella realtà abbiamo anche sviluppi sulla macchina abbiamo sandbagging, alcune macchine cercano di non farsi vedere quanto sono veloci per poi prendere un BOP migliore quando vanno a gareggiare, che so, a Spa 24 ore che il punteggio è doppio e così via. Tutti questi fattori, sviluppi aerodinamici, diversi team eccetera, noi cerchiamo di implementarli andando a toccare dei valori che sono più generici o quasi ignoti, e di conseguenza abbiamo un range da giocare più ampio invece che mettere il valore assoluto. Perciò, per esempio, se io so che la macchina è 1400 kg, metto 1400 kg e non lo tocco più, fine. Ma quanta aerodinamica produce la macchina in 2 gradi di rotazione dentro la curva, lì c'è un po' di ignoto, non lo sa neanche il costruttore precisamente, perciò ci si può giocare leggermente, no? Oppure si può giocare leggermente sulla coppia A 4830 giri per arrivare a bilanciare le macchine il più possibile. Amrit, on some circuits you simply cannot put the inside tire on correct temperatures. It's a problem that real drivers and real teams have as well. And you have, you know, there are some things you can do. So maybe lower pressure is going to heat up the tire more, but it's going to make your car unstable or different into the other side of the corner. Or stiffer dampers and suspension will heat up the tires more. So closing the brake ducts will heat up the tires as well. So there are some things you can do. They will not resolve your problem. They might improve the problem somewhat, but it is what it is, and it is the same for everybody. Damian, I don't know. That's part of the you know, the marketing stuff. I guess promotion. I don't know. No, we haven't yet worked on the BOP on the GT4s. We worked a little bit before the 1.9. We have to work more on that. But I need first to make sure that, you know, the GT3s are on point, and then hopefully we're gonna go on that as well, the GT4s as well. Graining depends mainly on 2 factors. If you are sliding your tires when they are cold on the surface, graining appears. And if you are scrubbing the tires by too much steering wheel input, for example, so if you're going to heavy understeer by turning too much the steering wheel, then the scrub is going to cause massive graining. So yeah. Ciao Vilda, thank you. I've been here's the thing, if you lower the inside tires, you're gonna increase the temperature a little bit, but then you're gonna have also an asymmetric car and not balanced out car with pressure, so that will provoke more rotation on one side and less rotation on the other side, so it gets problematic. It might help you, you can try it. You can try also symmetric camber as well, but you know, it's not oval racing. You still have to turn to the other side as well. So, and most importantly, oh sorry, I said iRacing. I meant oval racing. I just realized, but you know, because iRacing is very much linked to oval racing, that's the lapsus, that's why I said iRacing.
I think you did say oval racing, but you know, you can drop iRacing in there if you want. I don't think we'll be annoyed.
I mean, you know, the de facto proper simulation for NASCAR racing and oval racing is iRacing, so there's no, you know, talk around that. It is like this. If you want to do proper oval racing, extremely realistic and everything, you go to iRacing. I mean, Remember, guys, this this video is promoted by
Sponsored by.
sponsored by.
And now a word from our
Yeah, now
sponsor.
word of our sponsor. iRacing is the best oval racing simulator. So, anyway, the problem is that, you know, even on very asymmetric tracks like Barcelona or Monza, for example, you still have to make big braking effort and acceleration, while oval racing is always, you know, slight braking and then slow acceleration because you're still very high on speed, and you have also the camber of the road and so on. So if you do very asymmetric setup, you're gonna have issues during the braking zones. It's gonna be a problem.
Ooh.
I remind you guys, cars are always getting evolutions during, you know, and changes during a season. In particular, on the 24 hours of the Nürburgring, this is a completely different league. So they have also different rules. So it depends on what you can do and what you cannot. I do like oval racing. I like it a lot, especially if you need to be very well trained and you need to make a lot of friends, you know, because oval racing is a lot about experience and collaboration with the other racers during the race. But I particularly liked driving in oval racing when I tried it back in NASCAR 2003 era. It is very exciting. It always keeps you on your toes. It's really nice, and it's a bit of a pity that, you know, European motorsport fans are just laughing out about it and saying it. It's much more difficult and technical than what the average European motorsport fan thinks about it. I prefer street racing more, but I really enjoy it as well. Oval racing, I enjoy
Hey, street racing
street racing
or circuit
road
racing, you mean?
circuit racing.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can kind of see you actually going to some late night Miata meets up, you know, and showing off your wheels, you know,
Happens.
stereo up. Right, stop talking, Andy. That's how you missed the corner.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, I can see you kind of your late night car
Yeah,
meets.
you just stop talking and you keep it going.
Yeah, but I'm on a straight now. It doesn't matter. I've already stuffed the lap, so I might as well have some fun and talk. Clearly, John, you haven't spoke to Macho Tortellini, for those that don't know him.
NASCAR cars on road tracks, because it's not just Le Mans, you know, they are racing on many road tracks as well. They're actually very fun to drive and very interesting, and you know what, they are, this is why sometimes, you know, people, especially European motorsport fans, just don't get it, because they don't go into depth analysis to understand, okay, what are we talking about? Because in motorsport fans in Europe are always like, oh, Australian V8 supercars, so cool, so nice, why nobody is racing them and we want them, you know, in simulators, and they're so fantastic. Well, NASCAR are even better than you know, the Australian V8s in terms of handling, in terms of fun to drive, and they don't get it, you know. NASCAR is like, this sucks, and Australian V8 supercar is like, oh, this is the best thing ever. And it's the opposite on road tracks.
Have you seen the European NASCAR series on the circuit?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, really good.
It's amazing, and
yeah,
and it's a bit unfortunate nowadays because they have limited the engines to around 500 horsepower.
500 liters.
Yeah,
V8.
exactly. But back in the days, it was like 700 horsepower. So, and now they use 700 horsepower only in the super highways. I don't remember how to. I mean, the very fast, or well, I don't remember anymore. But they have practically NASCAR cars had two engines, the same engine but with two different restrictors. With low power, and and high power, and it was fantastic. I remember some races in NASCAR 2003 at Mid Ohio, and at Road Atlanta and Sonoma. Fantastic. Yeah, it's more powerful. Yeah. No, I don't think it's bad. No, I haven't seen the NASCAR event at Suzuka. That would be interesting.
I mean, I saw Days of Thunder when I was a kid. That kind of, that was pretty cool. That was before Tom Cruise went all crazy.
No, Brogan, it's not possible. We are simulating a completely different series. So, are we there yet? Can you do 17s?
Don't be stupid. No. Don't be stupid. Literally, like, last week, I was doing 22s, so,
Yeah. Well, massive improvement then.
I've just made up what we now into the 18. So there you go.
18s, fantastic.
That's what happens when you don't drive GT3s for ages.
Massive improvement. You're consistent, I can see here, when you're not talking at the 90s flat loads.
Pretty much 19 flat, yeah.
And I guess with a little bit of practice you could do it. That goes 20 liters again or more fuel?
25, yeah. That's not. I'm
Okay.
still not comfortable pushing. I've only just started finding the grip.
Yeah.
Call it that. I'm not happy entirely on the brakes. I've just been playing with some brake bias.
Yeah.
So I've missed corners. But yeah, I say when I had it earlier, I did do a little session earlier, and I was to the mid to low 8. I think it was like legit laps were like 85, 86.
Right.
And I got a couple of low 18s, but they're. So yeah.
Gabri, il consumo carburante che vedi qua, soprattutto quando carichi uno dei preset, ok? È un consumo estremamente, come si dice, safe, sicuro, per far sì che tu calcoli poi quanto carburante devi mettere e non sbagli, capito? Serve anche per la I, perché anche la I lo usa, perciò è molto importante che non rimane senza benzina. Però perché è fisso ed è molto safe? Perché poi una volta che tu vai in pista e cominci a guidare, a seconda del tuo stile di guida, i tempi sul giro che fai, quanto spingi la macchina, il tuo consumo sarà chiaramente diverso e sarà diverso da persona a persona. Noi non possiamo ovviamente prevedere che tipo di consumo avrà ogni pilota. Sarà diverso se usi la macchina leggera con poco carburante o se usi la macchina da gara con tantissimo carburante. Perciò dopo che tu hai fatto 3-4 giri validi, il consumo dentro il setup, quando vai a vedere, diventa diverso perché il tuo attuale consumo, quello che hai consumato nei tuoi ultimi 3-4 giri o nel stint che hai fatto, quello che è. Hello Robert. No, Andy, we don't have the McLaren Artura.
Sorry?
Not you, Andy. The chat Andy.
The other end. Why don't you have the McLaren Artura?
Because we don't have it.
What about the Supra?
We don't have the Supra either.
What about the Mustang?
We don't have the Mustang either.
Oh, this is all just one bad news after another, isn't it? Sorry, guys.
It is unbelievably bad.
Terrible. Lazy devs.
Yeah, definitely. All right. That was a good session, right?
I was just about to ask
Not
you,
bad.
what did you end up for your bump range rear on the V4?
Oh, I was just waiting what you're going to use. I've been... Wait a minute. Let me load. I was using the V4 and I went up to 25.
25, that's right,
But
yeah.
I
Okay.
think I can easily go higher at 30
Yeah.
or whatever you need.
It just seems to get better and better and better all the
Okay.
time, basically. Every
Alright.
few clicks. I was on 30 on that last one. Had no trouble with the rear end. Incredibly planted. The only trouble I've got is it's probably a little bit more brake biased. Just I need front end brakes.
Oh, that's fine for me. I mean, I
But
also
the actual
use more
turning,
brake bias.
you know, the turning's fine. So this is what I like. Actually, this is a really good thing. I don't know. This may be worth like mentioning to everyone, but we was talking about earlier where everyone looked at my setup and they said, "What the hell is this piece of shit?" Yeah, and you didn't like it, and I was like, "Well, it's not what I want, but it's working for me at the moment." And then you went away, you done your thing, you went down a different route, you found something that worked for you that didn't work for me. But what we've done now is we've kind of gone full circle back to my original setup, but with your preference for the wheel rates, get the response right, and then we're back kind of like with 50-50 of where we left off.
Sure.
So the actual setup we're running now is still pretty much my original setup, but we've got stiffer wheel rates, slightly lower bump range. I think you've done a little bit of work on the dampers. Yeah, you've got some higher rebound.
Some small differences here and there.
Yeah.
Nothing serious,
And the
but,
rear
you know,
rebound, I knew there was going to need probably a bit more on that end, so that makes sense. So this is a really good point where, like, the setup has to work for both drivers. And we've somehow come to this convergence where it is, well, maybe not optimal for either of us, but it's working. It's a good thing.
So since the car is slightly less speed sensitive now, if you're gonna do any, you know, test and more practice, you might want to lower the preload differential and see if the turning is still safe. It will give you a safer, you know, exit of the corners.
Yeah, well, exit's fine now.
Ah, okay, then leave it.
Yep. And it's that most of that comes from the bump range again. Just have that little bit of extra play in the rear. It always works. For whatever reason, it just works. If you want to do anything, tweaks with diff, then we could probably work on that. I've definitely got a bit of leeway there. If anything, like I say, the main problem at the moment, if I could pinpoint any one area of track, the pull-on braking, turning, which is a lot just to do with understanding the pitch sensitivity, obviously.
Make sure that you do some testing with full fuel load and take care of the pressures.
Yep, definitely. I'm just going to save this for 5. Save it.
I can't hear you anymore.
Oh, I cut out. Hello?
Yes, the mic, you know, place it into your throat so that we can hear you.
Hang on. See, now I've got my headset off. It's because the arm's moved. I've moved the arm. Here we go. And I couldn't see because obviously I got my headset off. Now you can have my microphone down my throat, as you so eloquently put it.
Robert says RTX 4070, 32 GB RAM, and Ryzen 5 560. Yeah, it should be 4K. Oh, 4K. I think so.
4070, yes, easily. I was running 4K on a 5700 XT.
Yeah, obviously it depends how much, you know, bling bling you want the graphics. I tend to, you know, show the game as good as possible.
Yeah, you might. I mean, with a 4070, you'll have no trouble. If you were running like a 2070 Super or a 3060, then you might have to make some tweaks with a FSR or whatever.
But Octavian said yes, so
yeah, easy. Yeah.
We don't need anything else.
Yeah, 4070. That's it. In fact, Octavian, I think used to have a 20. I think used to have a 70. I think at the same time I had the 5700 XT, and they're about the same card, and we were both running 4K. And that was years ago now.
Wait. I need to make. Okay, first of all, Altrag, I'm sorry, mate. It's for fun, so don't get offended, but I need to make fun of you because he just said the ultimate sentence. What's preload effect again in 2 words? Like, do you have a couple of months available so I can explain to you?
I don't think you can have two other than yes.
Yeah.
That's all you get.
Yes.
That's all you get, mate.
But I do have a video about preload, and it's I think also relatively short. So have a look on the playlist. You should be, make a research on my channel for differential preload, and you should be able to find it. And it's pretty decent in explaining. There you have it. John Smith, as usual, finds everything.
The one, yeah.
I mean, come on.
Good mod.
John for sure has, a list of all the links ready, and every time like, yeah, this is it, yeah, this is it. Or it is a bot, and it doesn't explain.
Well, what are we paying him for if he's not got a page for the links ready? McKellar's normally really good with the links as well, actually. If someone only just mentioned something and he's there, bam, link, bam. Well prepared.
Alright, guys, I think that's enough for tonight. Gonna get some sleep. And reminder again, Sunday, what time it starts, Andy?
Sunday afternoon, just after the, I'm sure, no doubt, riveting Monaco Grand Prix. So I think it starts at something like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, maybe. And it's running up until late. So basically,
so we watch the Formula 1 Grand Prix, see Formula 1's getting destroyed between, the guardrails, and then we jump into the Spa server and have a 3 hours of mayhem, and possibly make even more damage than Formula 1 at Monaco.
So yeah, don't forget to join the Discord, guys. Check out the community race section where you'll find all the information for joining the race. So yeah, come sign up. It'll be fun. It's nothing too serious. Yeah, that's it really.
See you on Sunday. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.